Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. So as the Bloomburrow Standard season rolls on, there's still some decks that I wanted to look into and see how they're doing. And one of the decks that's been kind of quiet on the standard front is the Sultai decks. There's about 3 or 4 different builds that are going around right now. Nothing too dominant that's emerged, but the deck I wanted to focus on today was the Squirming Emergence, Sultai Emergence deck. It's based around putting permanents in your graveyard and reanimating them with the powerful sorcery Squirming Emergence. But one of the key cards that this deck got was Glarb, Calamity's Augur. Legendary frog. It's 2/4 with Death Touch. It lets you surveil 2 as an instant. And you can also look at the top card of your library anytime, and you can play lands and cast spells with mana value of 4 or greater from the top of your library, which fits perfectly into this deck. The fact that it lets you throw stuff into your graveyard really feeds the strategy, and you can manipulate what you draw or what you put into your hand using the surveil ability. Some of the ways to enable this strategy as well is also the Falaji Archaeologist, Jace, Perfected Mind. We have the Founding of the Third Path. This is a really powerful saga for the deck, just due to the fact that you can cast a spell with a mana value 1 or 2 from your hand without paying its mana cost. Really powerful second chapter to mill 4 cards. Usually you're going to target yourself to put stuff into your graveyard. And then you can exile an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard and copy it, and you can cast the copy. That really lets you get multiple uses out of each copy of the Squirming Emergence, which is really nice. Other ways to throw cards into your graveyard that are permanents is Fabled Passage, 2 Hedge Maze, 2 Underground Mortuary, and 2 Undercity Sewers, plus 1 copy of the Restless Reef, which you can mill a creature when it attacks, but you can oftentimes mill yourself. And this enables all the Fathomless Descent or Descent abilities, Squirming Emergence, Terror Tide, nice board wipe. Whale of the Forgotten, which is Descend 8. Oftentimes, if you have 8 in your graveyard, you can be able to use all these abilities, and they're pretty useful. Bouncing permanents, making your opponent discard a card, and then looking at 3 cards and put 1 in your hand and the rest in your graveyard. Bitter Triumph fits nicely into this deck as well, because you can just discard a permanent card and lets you destroy a creature. So that feeds the strategy as well. And then some of our payoffs for having things in the graveyard is Virtue of Persistence, Reanimation Enchantment, Cruelty of Gix. And then some of the creatures that are the big payoffs, though, are the usual Atraxa, Vaultborn Tyrant, Bonnie Paul, Rotten Mouth Viper. This card you can get into play multiple ways, either reanimate it, sacking permanents, and then once it enters or attacks, your opponents are going to become taxed by having to pay the 4 life or sack a permanent or discard a card for each counter on it. We have Harvester of Misery, which is a nice mini board wipe, Aklazat's Shieldred the Apocalypse. So it's a pretty versatile deck in that sense that there's gives you a lot of variety of things to bring back from your graveyard to the battlefield to cause problem for your opponents. So that's the deck, and it's got some renewed life to it due to the addition of Glarb, the Calamity's Augur. So before we hop on the ladder, though, just a quick reminder: if you want to stay up to date on all the stuff I'm doing, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you're liking the videos, and that way you get notified anytime I post a new video for the Bloomburrow Standard. So that's the deck. Let's go ahead and hop on the ladder and see how we do with it. Alright, so we are on the draw. Yeah, this is playable. Got a couple ways to start getting permanents going. Some milling. I think I'm going to go ahead and just throw that in the graveyard. Can actually use the Loch Twain Scorn. Because I don't want to waste the last trigger on the Founding of the Third Path. Kind of want to get something back from that. If we have to, though, we will start milling ourselves, but...
weak minded will be educated in Phyrexia's ways. Become subdued.
Alright. We'll mill ourselves there. Okay. Then we'll try to buy some time.
Heal.
See, we did get a Bitter Triumph, so we can use that later. Bummer. Well, added to our permanent total, though. Okay. Yeah, we'll use the Founding the Third Path. We'll discard a card. Now we'll get rid of. Okay. Now we just need one more land. We'd be in great shape. Let's see if we can stabilize, though. We'll probably take at least 7. 3 from each from the attack, and then 1 if they cast a spell. Okay. We should be okay now. At least to gain a little bit of life. We'll go get the Vaultborn Tyrant. If we survive to the next turn, we'll bring another big creature back. Probably do the Bonnie Ball. We can get multiple blockers. Cool. That'll give us 3 more life. Okay, let's see here. Go ahead and drop that. We'll get some land. Let's see here. We'll get an island. And we'll go get the Tyrant again. That'll give us some double triggers. And then we'll go get Bonnie Paw. Nice. That was a good comeback. They had us dead to rights and we came back. Alrighty, so we're on the draw. Yeah, we can keep this. Uh-oh. Mono red. This will be a good test to see if we can survive an early onslaught. That's rough. Yeah, we'll block. We'll just take 2. Okay. I think we'll play the Founding of the Third Path. We'll cast it for its full saga stuff, and then we'll cast that, and I think we need to bounce that back to our opponent's hand, slow them down a little bit. Okay. Yeah, we'll mill some cards here. Oh, nice. Perfect. We'll go get ourselves an Atraxa. First, though, let's go get a land. I think we need another blue to balance out our color selection. I'll do Squirming Emergence. We'll get Atraxa. And let's see here. And we'll get... Let's see, we can choose up to 5. So we'll go with Squirming Emergence, Jace. That. We'll get the Viper too. Actually, let's leave that in the graveyard. We'll get a Archaeologist. There we go. We have to discard a card. Darn it. We'll get rid of our other Atraxa. Nice. That's a good way to stabilize against the red deck. Okay, we're on the play. We have Glarb too. That'll be nice. Give it a shot here. We'll hold on to that. We start milling. Put that in the graveyard. That's the only way we can get it into the battlefield anyway. Nice. Blooming Marsh. Yeah, let's roll with Glarb. That way we can start seeing what we got. Oh, we have Jace coming up. Nice. Ah, bummer. Alright. I think we'll go ahead and cast Jace for his completed version.
I'll take note.
We'll mill ourselves and draw a card. Wow, that was nice. Got some good permanents in the graveyard. Okay. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, you can bring back Atraxa. I'm going to go ahead and zero out the Glisa. And then we're going to go ahead.
Plans are beyond your comprehension.
Maybe I should wait on that. Oh, what other options do I have? Yeah, we'll do Shieldred. I probably did that out of order, actually. We'll take the Triumph, though. Get that other island. So now we can actually cast Bonnie Paul, which is nice. Zero out Glissa.
Heal.
Let's go ahead and attack here. Sweet. Yep, we flexed against them. We were able to get it. Alrighty, so that was the Sultai Emergence deck. And wow, this deck is really fun to play. Just, you saw in those games how we were able to just put so much pressure on our opponents immediately by getting big threats onto the battlefield for less than what they would normally cost to play. Or just stuff that helps us stabilize, like against that mono red deck. You saw us stabilize with the Vaultborn Tyrant and being able to gain life. Plus we had that nice comeback against the Lizards deck, but that's how some of my games went. But most of my games went where once we started to establish board superiority, our opponents just scooped. They just never let us finish the game. So unfortunately, they put scoop on the stack and went on their way. So, but I'm going to, per usual, leave a link to the deck list in the video description if you want to look at the deck more closely. It's really fun. Cool to check out. There's a lot of pieces to it. And they all have their uses, and they all make the deck work. So if you get a chance to play this deck, and if you're able to craft it, give it a shot. It's a fun deck. It can bring you back from behind, put you ahead, or just slug with the best of them. So give it a shot there. But I think that'll do it for this particular video. But I'll be back in soon with more Bloomburrow Standard stuff. But until then, everybody, y'all take care, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.